Hey guys, I'm going to show you how to make the perfect and the simplest chocolate ganache tart with chocolate dipped strawberries. So the difference between the hard chocolate and like smooth, rich, decadent chocolate tart. And it's Valentine's Day, so I'm wearing heels. It's like a fun challenge to cook in them. Okay, let's get right into it. So super easy. I'm using graham crackers here, with a little butter, of course. I don't add sugar to this just because it's way too sweet anyways. You can definitely make this gluten-free by just using ground almonds. Okay, so mixing my butter. You basically want this kind of like a wet sand texture, like this. And now I am going to fill my shells. How easy was that? Boom. And you don't need more butter on the shells because you already have a ton of butter in this, right? So I start with a little bit on the base. Just like that. You can do it with a spoon. I like to get down and dirty. And honestly, you can do any form and shape. You can use a pie plate if you want to. You really don't have to have these fancy tart shells. Okay, now I'm going to do the sides. I kind of put a little on the sides like this. Shimmy it. You're just kind of pressing it into this mold. And again, you can use whatever pie shell or anything or tart shell that you have, as long as you can put it in the oven. Okay, perfect. And this is going to go in the oven, probably 375 Fahrenheit for like 8 minutes, 8 to 10 minutes, just until it hardens a little bit. Okay, so look at these amazing crusts. They look so good. They are cooled. Okay, that was like 8 minutes in the oven, nothing. So now I want to show you the sauce, which is the ganache. So I have some dark chocolate here that I'm gonna melt over my double broiler. This is for the strawberries, okay? So I'm gonna crank it. You just want like a gentle simmer. And I'm using, you can go either way. You can do semi-sweet chocolate. I'm doing bittersweet. I love bittersweet, you know, aphrodisiac, Valentine's Day. Okay, and then I have some hot cream here. And so the difference is the hot cream is like the sauce, right? So I'm adding my dark chocolate mixed with a little semi-sweet chocolate, just for that extra little sweetness. And then that's going in the bowl, and hot cream over this, and that's for the ganache tart, right? So this is purely melted chocolate, and I want to stress that you want to make sure your utensils, your bowl, everything is nice and dry, not greasy and not wet, because your chocolate will seize, okay? And you want to have very, very gentle heat, hence the double broiler, because you want to melt this chocolate very nicely and slowly. If you use very high heat, it will harden again, and then you can't undo it. You can't go back and melt it again. Just how it works, okay? So this is going to start melting soon. And the cream for the ganache tarts, I'm just bringing it to a nice gentle simmer so it's hot enough to melt this lovely chocolate here. You know, you gotta, my strawberries. These strawberries look so sexy. Okay. And you have to use 35% cream. Okay, my cream is nice and hot. Hot cream over dark chocolate. And then we're gonna give it a gentle stir. This is getting too hot, so I lowered my temperature. So this, you're just melting very gently with this cream. So you really need that fat in order for this chocolate to melt smoothly and be like rich and decadent in your mouth. If you use water or anything less fat, it will seize. Your chocolate will get hard. And what I mean by seize is this. Okay, so this is, I melted some white chocolate. I actually nuked it and it was too long in the microwave and it got too hot, so it gets like this hard, and you can't go back. You can't undo it. Okay, almost there. Actually, this is ready. I'm gonna turn this right off. So this is just melted chocolate. Nice and smooth. And this is our chocolate ganache. So it's cream, 35%, and dark chocolate. So these guys, this is why I love this dessert because it's so easy. Spoon, and we're gonna fill these. Yum. And then all you do is just chill it in the fridge. So you can actually do this way ahead of time. Or, you know, you can dress up with heels and make it the day of. Just make sure it chills. So this is gonna go right straight into my fridge. So that's gonna take probably a good hour for it to really get nice and cold. And then I'll remove it from the shells. And this is melted chocolate. Check this out. Just goes right in like this. Oh yeah. Shake it, shake it. Beautiful. And I'm putting it on parchment paper because I find that if you put it directly onto your plate, it'll stick. It'll be kind of hard to unstick it. Just like that. Look at that. So good. And you can use whatever chocolate, right? If you like white chocolate, you can do white. I like my dark. I like 70% cocoa and up. Yum. Okay, look at that. And then I'll show you a really quick trick. So I have some white chocolate here. I'm gonna show you a really quick way to make a piping bag. If you ever need to decorate a cake, you don't need to go out and buy a piping bag. You just do this. So parchment paper, fold it in half, just like this. It's a square, right? And then you kind of take your hand like this and you make a little cone. You just wrap your hand and make sure there's no hole at the top here. So it's nice and sealed. It's like a little pocket. I have a little hole. Okay, like this. Beautiful. Now goes in my white chocolate. Voila. Maybe a little bit more. And then this white chocolate, I actually nuked it, but you do have to be really, really careful because I showed you what happened to my other white chocolate, right? It got way too hot and the chocolate seized and there's no going back. Okay, white chocolate is in this perfect little piping bag. I'm gonna fold it like this. There you go. And then cut a little hole. And now you can decorate your strawberries if you want to. Do a little, maybe test. First, always test. So just like that, you can start on your cutting board. Oh yeah, look at this. So pro. No big deal. I can't wait to dig into these. So I'm gonna chill them and then you're gonna watch me eat them. Okay, so these have cooled completely. So I'm just using my knife here to release it just a little bit from the side so I can get it nice and out all in one shape. Ha 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 ha. And then the bottom comes right out. Look at this perfect tart. Oh, it looks so good. And just to like, you know, make it extra sexy, just a little icing sugar. Look at that, so good. Now you get to watch me eat. Oh yeah, look at that. It's like just perfectly gooey. I'm just gonna do this. So good. And the icing sugar is just a little sweet. But it's perfect. So it's still, right, not like a molten cake or anything. It's just like really nice, dense, smooth chocolate versus my strawberries that are hard chocolate, right? So you'll hear a crunch when I bite into it. And this is cream, 35% cream, dark chocolate, and this is just melted over bain-marie or your double bath chocolate, right? It's so good. Happy Valentine's Day.